So, by now, most of us know about this situation that happened at a track and field event where one student purposely hit the other student, or should I say athlete. One athlete hit the other athlete purposely with her baton. And she claimed she lost her balance, and when her arm went forward, it got stuck on the girl's back, and then when she went back up, it hit her. That made zero sense. First of all, her arm came from back here, okay? Like from Georgia to Jersey. She came from back here, bang, popped this girl in the back of her head. There was no upward motion and it accidentally hit her. I know a lot of people want to sugarcoat and dance around it, and accidents do happen, but this is one that we can clearly see that this was no accident, man. This was no I lost my balance. You didn't see her stumble. You didn't see her lose her balance at all. This was basically, oh shit, she's catching me. Oh damn, she passed me. Fuck, what I'm going to do now? Instinct, bow. Oh shit. The only mistake that was made was she couldn't camouflage it to make it look like a mistake. Pretty much, this is a nasty situation. The fact that she did it, but once again, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, she literally said, like I'm paraphrasing. She said, pretty much, everybody's, was talking about what happened to her, but nobody's thinking about my mental health. What you mean what happened to her? You mean what you did to her? In your mental health? This is the go-to excuse for people when they just can't admit that they're wrong about something. And she claims that they reached out to the family, but she's not reached out to her, but she's not trying to hear it. Okay. The reason she's not trying to hear it is because of this. The apology isn't a, hey, I'm wrong. I was definitely wrong. There's no excuse for what I did. You passed me. I knew I couldn't catch you. I did something stupid and I hit you, and I'm wrong. And if you don't forgive me, or if it take you a long time to forgive me, I understand. But I'm really sorry, truthfully sorry, and I'm putting that out there because I shouldn't have done that. This is more of it was a mistake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit you, but it was a mistake, even though your eyes and everybody else's eyes can see what actually happened. I'm pretty sure the victim, when she watched the video back, everybody can see it. Now, the parents was going, my baby would never do it to nobody. All these people jumping in and saying stuff, and these are children. Right. Now, let's put their kid in the other position. The victim hit her instead. They wouldn't be saying, well, after looking at the video, it looks like it was an accident. No, they would definitely be feeling the same way that the victim and her parents are feeling. So, it's like back in the day when you had this chick, Tanya Harding, who had some guy take a crowbar to the knee of Nancy Kerrigan, right? And basically, this wasn't something that you saw on camera. You could say Tanya Harding did something, but look at Tanya Harding's attitude. Smiling, outgoing, know what to say in front of the camera, very easygoing. Yeah, right, exactly. Well, at the end of the day, see, this is what happens when people are not taught to take accountability for their own actions. And here are parents sitting here trying to justify what she did, acting as if it was really an accident. But truthfully, come on, y'all. I mean, if this was a thing where it wasn't even on video and people are going, well, I don't know, only the people that was there, whoever actually caught it, this is something that you can look at, and we looked at it from a couple of angles, and you can see that this girl basically did what she did on purpose. We had a situation where, it was a boxer named Victor Ortiz who was fighting Floyd Mayweather. He couldn't hit Floyd. When he did connect, he couldn't hurt Floyd. He's getting caught in between. He's getting slapped around because Floyd starts turning up. He starts punishing his kid, and the kid does what a cheater does. He dips down, make sure he gets his legs under him. Bang! Right up into Floyd's mouth. And to the point, it was Floyd's lip. Floyd could put his tongue through the hole in his lip, right? And what does Victor Ortiz do? Oh, no, I'm not a dirty fighter. I would never do that on purpose. Well, I was going forward is my momentum, and Floyd pulled me, and he pulled me forward, and my head went into his mouth, and like we didn't know what we saw. And the fact that even the person interviewing him even entertained that. Oh, so he pulled you in, as if like you didn't see differently. The problem with that was they didn't give a shit about Floyd. They know he did that on purpose. Now, shooting of the foot, Floyd does that to Victor Ortiz. There's no way they call that an accident. And no way Floyd could have stood there and said, well, no, what happened was, I was going forward, and my momentum, he pulled me in, and I accidentally, hit his mouth on my head. No. And then the thing is, years later, Victor Ortiz gets interviewed, and he's asked about that incident, and he says, hell yeah, I did it on purpose. If I could do it again, I'd break his jaw next time. Mm-hmm. So, this girl is sitting here boo-hooing and playing the victim. This is what people do now. It's no different from somebody that cheats on their spouse. They cheat, and then they get caught, and then they want to play the victim. They lie, deny, instead of just breaking up so they can go and whore all around as much as they want. They can whore till they can't whore no more. But they want to stay together. And then when they get caught, he was there for me. Well, you always at work. There's always some excuse. Other than just, I was wrong. I have no excuse. And this is what I'm seeing with this situation here. Where, instead of this girl just fessing up to what she did, she's playing the whole, even the way she described it, saying that her arm got caught in the girl's back and then she lost her balance and her arm went up. She didn't hit the girl in the upward motion. She hit her in a downward motion. And she literally ran. You can see she was looking at her. She's looking at her. Her arm goes up here, around, she aims and bang. And here's the thing. She never stopped to check on her. If that was an accident, she stops. At this point, I don't care if I win the race or not. This is bullshit. It was an accident, like, oh shit, I hurt this girl. No, she didn't stop running. No, she didn't stop running. She kept going. And the parent says they're waiting for, a call from her team and the school. I don't know if anything changed by now. But yesterday when I was looking online, I didn't see anything different with the parents apologizing or nothing. Just basically let me defend my daughter. Let me, and as far as the team itself, there's people from the school, anybody, no one reached out to this family. See, this is part of what's wrong with the world right now. Nobody wants to be accountable for their actions. So no matter how wrong you are, you're really not wrong. It all depends on how you look at it. No. We're in a society where fucking people, somebody said something the other day. A guy was talking, and so in this conversation, there was a gay guy, and he goes, oh, she's a cis woman. And I looked at this dude, and when he was referencing me to say something to her, he says, yeah, well, she's a cis woman too. I said, what the fuck is a cis woman? Well, what the fuck does that even mean? Right? I understand what the definition of it is, but what the fuck does that mean? Look at how stupid this definition is. This word applies to someone that's referencing themselves as what they were at birth. Ain't no fucking cis woman, no cis man. You're just a woman and you're just a man. By birth, you're male or female. You're not born transgender, that's bullshit. The most you can be is a hermaphrodite or something like that, or something with some other kind of birth defect. But you're male or female. It's as simple as that. So we're in a society where I can fucking walk into a building right now and I have to fucking go through a scanner or something. Well, I identify as the owner of this building. You understand what I mean? I identify as, what the fuck? What is this I identify as shit? No, you are what the fuck you are. Whatever you want to change yourself into is your fucking business. But this whole cis women, cis men, stupid shit, we're identifying as something. No, motherfucker, I am a human being. Now I can walk around and tell you, don't call me a human. I identify as an alien. What the fuck is going on in this world? Nobody really has the common sense to look at shit for what it is. Let's start rewriting history and changing shit for the worse. So that mentality that people have, it's this whole, it all just goes inside with the other. I did something wrong and I can't be honest about it. So I gotta play the victim and cry and boo-hoo and make myself the victim. Do you know how rotten that is? That means if she did that and she can't apologize, sincerely apologize for what she did, she'll do it again and she'll do even worse than that. And especially when all you gotta do is give a sob story and boo-hoo and cry. Well, for this woman to sit up and say, for the mother and father to say what they're saying in her defense, she would never do it to nobody. I know my baby. Yeah, okay. Well, we saw what she did. You can say what you want, but we saw what she did. And then you turn around and you have that. Just look at the mentality of this generation. People identifying as crazy shit. Like, I seen a female. This is nothing new now. I saw a female in a restaurant just the other day. This is not the same with the squirrel and the girl. I didn't tell her the waitress that she is an Arctic squirrel. When the woman asked her what was her nationality, where she's from, oh, I'm an Arctic squirrel. She actually sat there and described her characteristics and said this is what an Arctic squirrel is, and basically, yeah, crazy shit. The other day I'm in a restaurant and there was a group of people sitting across from me, and this girl comes in there. She's full-blown, tail hanging, big furry ears, face paint, everything. Got the, everything. Everything. She looks like a real live anime character. She comes in there, and there's a group of them, and they kept making these little weird sounds and stuff, and they kept outbursting and laughing and talking, but they was making these little weird sounds like animal noises. Y'all might think this shit's normal, but this is not normal. Something is wrong with people. Something is seriously wrong with people. This girl did what she did, and she don't have the mindset to see the wrong. Grown men and women are walking around here dressing up like animals. Man, listen, I don't have to say this, but I want you guys to understand. I don't make up shit. I don't say things to say it. I don't exaggerate. And I put this on the life of, or I put this on the passion of my dead mama. I see grown men, listen to me and listen to me good. Grown men wearing the one-piece pajama with the ears and shit, trying to walk tough. You walking through the mall with a fucking pajama, like a big overgrown baby. This is the mindset that people have. The immaturity is real, man. And this is a huge part of why people can't accept responsibility. Besides the fact they're self-centered and stubborn and think that they can just do whatever they want. They feel so entitled that there's nothing that they can do wrong. I mean, I don't give a fuck about hurting feelings. I'm going to speak the truth. You know, we see these things and people don't understand that when you can't change, like we talk about boxers, right? A fighter has to make an excuse after every time he loses. That fighter will never become better because he will never admit to himself he lost fair and square and understand what he needs to work on. Nope, it's something else. You didn't beat me because you're better. I had an off night. Nah, I hurt my hand. The ref didn't like me. The judges was against me. It was your hometown crowd. The gloves were too tight. My shoes were too big. It's an excuse every time. And how are you going to improve with that mindset? And this is just in life, period. This is how fucked up society is. I'm going to tell you a joke. The joke explains the mindset of the people that we're around. So there was a doctor, right, a psychiatrist. He's working with this client. So he's finishing up their session. So he says to the client, okay, well, after the divorce and the passing of, your loved ones, I don't see you as a person that want to harm yourself. It's been several years now. Harm anyone else, the depression, all of these things, the medication you're on. I feel like all these things are, you're showing me that you've actually been able to cope with it and deal with it. he says, now you can always come back if you feel like you just want to talk, or you feel like things get out of hand, something happens, and you just need someone to talk to. You can always set up sessions, and I even call you on the phone. We can arrange those things. He says, but I want to do one final test, and I do this with everybody. It's for a reason. It might seem silly, but it's for a reason. So the client says, okay, yeah, doc, whatever, let's go. So basically, psychiatrist, he drew a picture of a square. He handed it to him. He said, tell me what you see. He looked at the picture, flip it around, and he said, I see a room full of naked women. The psychiatrist looked at him like, a room full of naked, what? Okay. Are you serious? Yeah. It's okay. Take another piece of paper. And this time he draws a circle. Gives it to him. He says, tell me what you see now. Looked at it, flipped it around, flipped it up, flipped it back. I see a room full of naked women. Psychiatrist looks at him, shakes his head, takes another piece of paper. He draws a triangle. Give it to him. He says, now what do you see? He looked, flipped it around. I see a room full of naked women. The psychiatrist sat there for a second, wrote some stuff down, and he said, well, what's the problem, doc? Was everything okay with it? He said, well, you're cured from your previous situation, but I gotta tell you, man, you have a problem. He said, what? He said, man, you are certainly, undeniably a sex maniac. The guy said, a sex maniac? Me? You're the one drawing all the dirty pictures. Yeah. Meaning, there's a lot of people around you that look normal, may seem like they're okay. They're not. There's things wrong with people. They go to work, they hold a job down, they pay a mortgage, they pay insurance, they do all of these things, but they're not right in the head, man. And for people that think this is just an incident, and it's just, it's an incident. I don't think we should all lose sleep over it, but that one incident, but see, the problem is, it's that incident, then another incident, and another incident, and then all because of the same mindset. No matter how wrong I am, I can't be wrong. Look at people that you see in prison right now. And these people, like Suge Knight, had fucking Rottweilers. He's going to sick on somebody, guys with guns, and told this motherfucker to drink piss, or he was going to sick the dogs on him and kill him. This motherfucker passed out when he found out how much time he had. And all the things that he did. Diddy and all this shit that he's done. All these different people, right? And then they get in prison, and then they're trying to get a lighter sentence. The food is not healthy in here, and all this kind. What the fuck they got? Man, you understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about somebody who made a mistake, or the judges made a mistake, or whatever. The police officers made a mistake and got the wrong person, and whatever. We're talking about people who are guilty of these crimes, and all of a sudden they go to jail, like thinking that they just have some type of privilege to not suffer like everybody else, or they're going to get some type of attorney, and they're going to, just, okay, even though I'm in jail, I'm about to get out of here because I'm going to have my lawyer speak on my behalf or write some letter to the judge or what. No. Do your time. And this is where having a corrupt police system, having all of these different situations that happen that work against the good people. This is what you get. Justice not being served properly, not being able to trust police, not being able to trust judges, not being able to just live day to day and function with people without there being some type of tension and something going on, racism, all this kind of shit. The NAACP got involved with this, and I said, I don't know what the fuck, maybe the NAACP thought they were going to speak and, hey, look, you are two young, beautiful black women, let's not make this a thing where either one of you ruin your career, your life, that's ahead of you. You know, let's just work this out or whatever. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. But it made me kind of chuckle a little bit, because the guilty girl says she's receiving all types of threats and hate messages and racist messages, and I'm like, well, see, the racist people need to shut the fuck up. Racial slurs and all that shit, this is the thing, they're adding to whatever, right? They're just adding their 2 cents just to have something to say. They don't care if you're being racist to this black girl. You don't give a fuck about what she did to the other black girl. You just want something to say, probably to say, look at what you niggas are doing. See, one of your own people did. Yeah, that's probably what it was. What's happening if she's receiving racist messages or whatever. But you did what you did to a black girl, and as fucked up as it is, you did what you did. And the problem in her whole plight is, we can see that girl did what she did on purpose. That's all I got for y'all right now. Catch y'all on the next one.